So many things I want to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause it's a possibility you look at me differently, love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love, what? So many people use your name in vain. Love, hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? Oh my God, do y'all know that song? Okay, by Music Soul Trial. Honey, that was my jam right there. Okay, especially how it start off, love. What? So many things I want to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. Shit, that's how I was feeling. Okay? You know, your heart start beating fast. You get all nervous inside. You don't know if you're coming or going. Lord have mercy. Lord, have y'all ever felt that way? Have y'all ever felt that way? Have you ever had butterflies in your stomach, butterflies in your heart, feeling like, my goodness, you are about to leave this earth? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but love, relationships is a very exciting, nervous, irritating feeling, okay? And I'm talking about my first love, my first relationship ever. You know, I'm gonna always remember my motherfucking first. Do y'all remember y'all first? Do you guys remember your first? Press one if you remember your first. I hope you remember your fucking first, right? I know some of y'all don't. Girl, what in the world you singing? I was singing Music Soul Trial Love. You never heard that song, Music Soul Trial? Honey, if you have not heard that song, Music Soul Trial Love, y'all need to hear that. When I tell you that's my jam, especially talking about love. Girl, I can listen to that song and tears would just start coming down my eyes. Okay? Tears will come down my eyes. Yes, child. I knew your voice was different. I thought you were older. Yeah, T. Yeah, T. You know I got this old ass voice. Shit. So that's why I had the old ass filter. I had to make it make sense, right? Right? The voice went with the filter. Hello. Now, can we please get those likes up? You guys know anytime I do personal stories, I get very nervous because it's so personal and I just don't talk about my business like that, not anymore like I used to. So it's still new, but I appreciate everybody that come in like my friend. And that's what you guys are my friend. I know some of y'all hate me, y'all troll, but I'm talking about the real ones, the ones that really love me, the ones that been down for me from the start, and the ones that's new, okay? I know I've been doing some things that y'all don't understand, okay? Because I be keeping a lot of stuff to myself, but I'm gonna start opening up, okay? And I'm very sensitive, I'm very emotional. Okay, just let that be known. Okay. And I want to let you guys know the phone numbers are up. The phone line is working, and I put the link on. I'm trying to work on being more open and transparent. So, you have any questions, feel free to hit that link. Okay, hit the link or come up here and talk to me. I know a lot of people have questions about, gay people, trans people. Some people just don't get it, don't understand. And I'm going to try my best from my experience if you need to help. But if you trolling, go on somewhere else. All right. All right. And my moderators, a baby girl, somebody, can y'all please copy my link so I can repost it? Internet just be messing me up. So before I start talking about my first love, Okay, and when I talk about him, my mouth just opens up and I smile so wide. Yes, I do. And I'm so thankful it was him. I don't know if I'm thankful it was him, but I'm just thankful that I had that experience. And the reason why I'm so thankful because before I met him, I didn't think anybody would love me. I didn't think anybody would really care about me. Just because I was raised in a very homophobic setting, everything was homophobic, and I just didn't see gay love. I didn't see that shit on TV. I didn't know nobody that was gay and shit. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I thought I had to be forced to be with a woman, okay? God damn. Listen, I said my life is doomed. I gotta be forced to be with a woman and act like I'm happy with that shit, okay? That's what I thought my life would be like, okay? So, meeting him was like, God damn, what? Oh my God, this shit exists. Nobody told me. Nobody fucking told me, man. Okay. And then I was surprised. I was flabbergasted. I was gagging. Bitch, I'm in a chokehold. Cause the nigga. Okay. So I remember exactly I remember where I meet everybody, but it was at the mall. It was at Oakland Mall. And I was a time where I was doing driver's training classes. So you guys remember going to driver's training class? I was trying to get my L's, bitch. What? And I seen this dude. Okay, he was fine. Okay, he was tall, he was light-skinned, he was a pretty boy. And baby, when I tell you my nigga can dress, motherfucker, he looked like a nigga on a music video. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, from head to motherfucking toe. Okay. I didn't think his ass. Listen, I was just admiring. Okay. I didn't think he would look at me or be interested in me. I knew he was out my league. I was just admiring. Damn. And he was with a woman. Girl, he was with a woman, honey. So in my mind, he's straight. Okay. A fine man like that walking with a woman, he's straight. Okay. So I'm just looking. I'm just looking. Okay. I'm just looking. And I'm just hoping he won't catch me looking. When I look, and then when they look my direction, I turn the other way. Like, what the fuck? Then I turn back around like, what? What? I ain't looking at you. Knowing damn where I'm looking. Okay. Looking hard too. And they go in the store and everything. Let me look in the comment section before I continue on. I'm sorry, y'all. I have not been looking in the comment section. So I have the link at the top. What are y'all saying? Admiring fine. That's not straight, don't matter. They walk it, hustle, they are pumping or getting pumped. It is what it is. Yeah, okay, so let me pin your up in here. All right, so they were straight in my eyes. They were straight. You see people all the time in the world, and most people, especially during that time, you assume they're straight. Shit, people assumed I was straight. People would fight if anybody would say I was gay back in the day. Do you know how many niggas and women that would probably beat your ass for saying that about me? So that's just how society is. Societies, in our culture, shit, if they think somebody's straight, they're gonna label them straight, and there's nothing you can do about it. They don't know, honestly, you don't know what nobody does. You don't know what nobody does in a bedroom, whether they claim to be straight or gay. Some of the gay men, they might be with women. Some of the gay men, they might be. Okay, I said that might be women. Some of the what's the opposite? Some of the what? Some of the if gay be with women. Okay, some of the straight men might be with men. Okay, and that's just how it is in the world. you know, and unfortunately, I was not raised that way. I was raised that everything was black and white, and that destroyed that does everybody a disservice because they push a lie. They push this lie agenda. Well, he's masculine, he got a woman, he got all those girls, he too fine, he can never be gay, he can never be into no other man, he's just too fine. Look at all the women he got. Who would want, what man want to be with another man? Oh my God. And they did not know what the hell they were talking about. It was so many people that was pushing that agenda that was such lies and it was false. And now when we fast forward, they're getting their faces cracked thinking, oh my God, everybody being is gay now. Everybody coming out is gay. Everybody turning gay. No, bitch, they been gay. But you constantly want to keep your blinders on, and you felt because I'm going to shun these people, I'm not going to be able, it's not going to affect me. Surprise! You can shun, you can believe that gay people don't exist all you want to, but bitches, they here. So it is what it is. Woo, honey, I tell you, boom, okay, boom, okay. Now let me look in the comment section, and as you guys can see, I'm going to keep going back and forth with telling the story. And I know some people just want me to just tell my story and then go to comment sooner than later. I don't know what do you guys, y'all like when I just tell a story, press one, and then do the comments later? Or do you like when I go back and forth with the comments at the present moment because that's what's going on? Press three. Okay. I don't know. It says, I'm looking, it said fine ones usually are the ones, but everyone has somebody gay in the family. Well, we can get on that too. Now, but somebody has somebody gay in the family. I don't know how true it is, but I would tell you what, with my family, before I came out, my family swear up and down, no, we don't have no gays in my family. You know, our family, we don't play that shit. Hell no. Ain't nobody gay in my family. Honey, please. Girl, bye. I wish a nigga would. Nah, we all straight over here, honey. We was raised right. We don't play that shit over here. Honey, didn't they get their face cracked? Didn't they get their face cracked? Okay. And plenty of people have done that. I had a cousin that was so homophobic. He ended up with a gay son. I had another a female cousin. She was homophobic, had bitches jump on me. She ended up with a transgender son. So, okay. I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles. And people just don't, I don't know, they feel like if they just ignore it and they say, I don't believe that, I'm gonna shun that, close it, close it, close it. You can do that all you want to. It ain't gonna stop shit. It ain't gonna stop. Okay. It ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop shit. Okay. You do yourself more of a disservice. But if it makes you feel good, and I think that's what people are going for, it makes them feel good to do it. It makes them feel like they have some type of power, which they don't. So if that's what they want to believe, just don't come crying to me when your face get cracked and you realize, damn, this shit was really going on. Damn. Cause it is what it is. So I'm gonna look in the comment section. It says, damn, Gigi, you are 90s fine, huh? Oh, thank you, Naomi. You know what, Naomi? I can't blame. Listen, I didn't create me. My father and my mama Jean, So I'm looking, it says, all I want to know is what's down there because there are no successful surgery. Well, let's talk about this right here since you want to fast forward into transition. Because, right now I'm talking about stories before the transition. And the reason why I start going off with the nigga shit, because, so many motherfucking haters, okay, in the Black community want to put my goddamn nigger pictures up here. So I said, nigga, I'll do it. I'll lead with the nigger pictures, okay? The man pictures. I don't give a fuck, okay? So this person says, I want to know what it is. What's down there? Because there are no successful surgeries. Well, first of all, baby, that's my prerogative. What? I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. Hey, okay. Now, ain't none of your business what's down here, okay? But I will tell you, there are very successful surgeries when it comes to the WAP, all right? But I don't want to tell too much, but baby, I will say this. If you want to walk around here and think the girls are not having a good time with their motherfucking WAP, then keep thinking that. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I think this person probably have ill intention and they don't care for those trans girls that do get that. And you know, the trans girls that are posts, they have so many enemies, from transgender enemies, from gay enemies, from the world enemies, you know. So I ain't gonna say too much, but I will say, if that's what you want to believe it. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll be surprised, baby. Okay, that shit go deep. Okay. And every trans woman WAP is not created equally. Do you understand? Every transgender woman WAP is not created equally. They all gonna function different. All depends on the surgeon and depends on the candidate, because everybody is not able or qualified to get it. Okay, everybody ain't qualified. All right. But I think I gave you enough. I ain't gonna give you too much because I'm not putting everything on out here. You understand? So Gigi, when is my birthday? I'm a Libra, baby. Okay, I'm a Libra. Where my Libras at? Hey, where my Libras at? Oh, Tanya, I just want to say I love you too. You know, it's hard out here. It's hard out here for a pimp. So any love I get, I really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. I really do. So let me see what else. All scales all day. All right, so I get back to the story, and like I said, the phone number is up here. Where the phone number at? Okay, well, how do I get this down? Can you see the phone number? How do I take stuff down? Okay, current. Okay, bam. Okay, I'm learning. All right, so my phone number is always up here if you guys want to come ask questions during it. So I'm gonna go back to the story. I'm at the mall. I just got finished taking some of my driving classes. At the time, I'm a teenager and I'm in this world that hates me. Okay. Now, they don't even know what the world does not know. I like dick. Okay. At this point, the world is setting me up with so many women. At this point, everybody, where your girlfriend? I know all them girls on you. This girl calling my phone, this girl calling my phone. Hey, you know, so that's where my world is at right now. My world is all these girls have crushes on me. Everybody looking at me like, oh my God, he's gonna be such a heartbreaker. Oh my God, they loving on me. But I'm not taking it as love. I'm looking at all you bitches that's doing all this lovey-dovey, and my parents, oh, you're gonna make a great husband one day. You're gonna make a great husband one day. You're such a king. Oh God, you're such a king. All that king shit. Girl. Oh my God. In my mind, I'm like, bitch, I'm a motherfucking queen. I'm a motherfucking PIMP. What? I don't know what you heard about me. What? I'm a motherfucking PIMP. So that's my reality. All right. Like I said, I didn't think I would ever have a guy, especially a guy that I like. I didn't, not a guy, period. I didn't see it. I didn't think that it was no men out here that felt the same way I felt. So, you know, now I will say this. Was he my first experience sexuality? No, he was not my first. Um, it was some guys that I had experience with. I can remember two. One, he was a college guy, but he had a girlfriend. And the other guy, we would sneak and do it at his mom's house when his mom went to church or whatever. And it wasn't all the ways. It was just his mom would go to on Wednesday, she'll go to some type of Bible study or something like that. And I would just drive, I'll ride my bike over there. And sometimes, if I was not with my parents during those times, I'll go over my granny house. And my granny, she was a Bible thumper, but she didn't actively go to church. So I knew if I stay at my granny house on the weekend, I didn't have to go to church either. Okay. And I knew, only time we can have some fun time is when his parents go to church. So yeah. Girl. Yes. So yeah, that was, I think, the first my first experience was with the Morehouse guy. He went to Morehouse and I felt like, oh, I tell you, my first time in a different experience, but I really wish that I would have knew. I wish I would have got prepared for what to expect in gay love, and what to expect from a man and all this shit. But I didn't have anybody to help me. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I just had to experience life for my own. I didn't have any examples, and I couldn't tell anybody, because everything was a secret, because that's the time I was living in. They didn't like motherfuckers that was loving the same gender. That shit was hell no. Okay. So I just had to learn as I go. Okay. Which is very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate to learn as you go. But ain't it's nothing I could do about that. So it says, I'm looking in the comment section. What she say? This is so annoying when your family already has your life mapped out for you. Well, yeah, Valerie. Did you guys experience that too? Shit, I be thinking I'm the only one experienced that. Did your parents have life mapped out for you guys? Comment, let us know. Um, press 1 if your parents had life mapped out for you. Press 4 if you never experienced that. Oh, but yeah, my parents was very hands-on. All aunties, uncles always told me what I was going to do. I was told I was going to be a pastor at one point in time. Can y'all imagine me being a pastor? Could you imagine, bitch? Okay. They wanted me to be a pastor. They was telling me stuff like, yeah, God have an anointing on you. You're gonna speak. Oh my God, look at your speaking. You so, because I guess I was good with words when I was younger. And I used to get, like, my older relatives was like, you really helped me with the word and all this stuff like that. But shit, I'll probably be another TD Jakes. Girl, listen, I'll probably be another TD Jakes. Okay. Listen, I'll be a TD Jakes. And I'm so glad I'm not in a situation with TD Jakes, even though TD Jakes got a whole bunch of money, you know. But I'm so happy I don't have to be a Eddie Long or a TD Jakes, because a lot of times they will push so many kids, so many young boys at a young age into church and put them to be a pastor. And a lot of young boys go down that road. Yes, the Bible. I remember exactly. That's what's so funny. I knew that if I had 4 or 5 kids, and of course, Okay, let me remove this right here. I'm weak. I'm supposed to be a doctor. Oh, Joyce Christian, you gonna be a doctor? Oh, well, well, whatever you decided to be, I'm thankful for you. But you know what? I will say that parents and people of that time, they could not predict the future. They could not predict we will have social media and I could be a social media influencer and all these people are making all this money, right? Can we agree with that? Press 5 if your parents could not predict the future and how massive the social media and everything would be. They couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. I still have older people in my family that refuse to make a Facebook. They just, I'm like, come on, you're gonna have to get in the know. I don't want to have to do everything for you. You're gonna have to learn for yourself. They had no idea. They did not foresee. I think certain people can, but majority of them, they didn't foresee it. So I'm gonna go back to the mall. You can still be a pastor, whatever they call women pastors, we exist. Yeah, that's true. However, I'll go right here. I did not want that. The only reason why I was in the church or doing that ministry work when I was younger is because I wanted love. Love is a word that comes and goes that few people really knows what it means to really love somebody. Love. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I wanted love, okay? I wanted to feel like I fit in somewhere. With my father, biological father, he forced sports on me, basketball, football. I was not into no sports, so I never fit in, okay? So I remember my mom used to always take me to church. I couldn't stand going to church, Baptist church. Oh, girl, I got popped so many times. I got pinched so many times. Okay, this don't make no sense. You know I'm a kid. Why would you have me up in church knowing that I cannot sit still? I think that is so torture. And then I'm looking around, they would pinch me so hard, sit down, and I don't know what he's talking about. What is the point? I don't get that. But I had to dress up and play along. However, going over, I guess getting older, I realized that I just didn't fit in different clubs and different groups. And church was always welcoming, and you get praise. Like people put you on a pedestal if you can say a scripture. If you're a kid and you can recite that scripture, you should see how all everybody around you like, oh my God, yes, yes, baby, you know that word. You know that word. So it's like, wow, this is y'all like me doing this? Okay, I'm gonna do it then. Shit, y'all liking this? I'm liking the love from it. So however, when I got to 10, 11, 12, I broke out of it. I broke out of it. When I learned and I heard people say God hate gays, I said, okay, fuck this shit. Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh my God, God. I said, God, I went to door in the neighborhood trying to get people saved. I did so much. And all this time you hated me. Why you didn't tell me that before? Okay. So yeah, I kind of got out of that mentally, but I was still into the church because when you have parents that are very conservative and very churchy, you ain't breaking out of that shit. Okay. So yeah, I still went to church. I still went to summer camp church and all that stuff. I ain't stop it like cold turkey, but mentally I was out of it. So I could do it, but you would never realize that, I'm only here because I'm being forced to be here. I'm not here because I really want to be here, but I knew my parents will hear about it, so I will put a smile on my face and shit. I play the part. I've learned over the years to play the part. Okay, play the part. So but don't believe that, girl. You love you, girl. Thank you. Do it your way. That man in the picture looks like a Detroit nigga, West Side. How you know? What was said? You know him? Girl, how you know he is a Detroit nigga? My first was Detroit. Yes. Okay, so going back. Speak on it. Let me remove this just in case anybody want to call in. It says speak on it. There were setups in the fronts of the church. The front pew have kids recite things, but none of the parents on the other people are behind reciting shit. I like what is going on. All right, so going back to the mall, where I met my first boyfriend. So that give you kind of like an update how I was at this time. I felt alone in this world. I didn't feel like, people understood me. I didn't give a people a chance to understand me because I already knew you was going to reject me anyway. So it was no point. So I was kind of like a ticking time bomb, just waiting to finish college, and I was going to probably run away and just bump everybody, because in my mind it was like, God hate me, so do all of y'all hate me too. Like, I felt like all of y'all hate me, so fuck it, but I ain't gonna get listen, I'm gonna play it smart, okay? So I'm sitting there on the bench, in the mall you have them benches or whatever inside. I see him and I see her, and they go into the store, and I was looking. He caught me staring at him. I was so embarrassed. So I walked away, and I go into, I believe, Macy's. I go into Macy's, and I'm acting like I'm shopping. I try to bury myself like in the I try to bury myself like in the back area, because they spotted me. He spotted me looking at him. Do you know, in Detroit, if you stare at a nigga, you might get fucked up. I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to get fucked up. Okay, look, he caught me staring too long. He ain't with that gay shit. They about to fuck me up in here, dog. Listen, man, I was scared. You heard when I was growing up, you hear stories that people got killed, people got beat up because if a guy stares at another man, or somebody stares at somebody too long, that can get you 6 feet under. Did y'all have that in y'all hood or y'all area? Press 7 if you have heard about, if you stare at somebody for too long, it can get you 6 feet under. Press 10 if you've never heard about that. See, I was in the hood. I was not, unfortunately, I was not raised in like a very upscale area. Okay. So y'all know about that shit. He does look like Detroit fresh tape, but hell yeah, with the hat on the side. Uh-huh. I can remember us saying, if it took my bisexual kid that came out the closet this year into my grandmother's church when I was raised, and they're still going on right now, I don't think we would be accepted. Detroit East Side, Gratiot, love you, Didi. Love you too. I know about Gratiot. Hell yeah. So I went and I started acting like I was shopping for something. Shit, I had no money, but was acting. So, girl, guess what? Why did I see that woman? That woman he was with, why was she coming my direction? Lord, my heart was beating too fucking fast. I said, Lord, I'm trying to figure out, what can I say? I know she about to confront me about looking at her nigga. What the fuck do I say? And what do y'all say in that situation? If a man is looking at your man, what do you say? What would you say? So listen, I'm like, goddamn. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was trying to figure out an excuse to why I was looking, or I was just gonna lie and say no, I was not looking, even though I ran away from the nigga. So she walks up to me, and I was just, my stomach felt weak. I just felt like I did a crime. I just felt like I'm about to get fucked up. I felt like she about to slap the shit out of me, you know? Okay. So she's like, it's a guy that want to talk to you. He's around the corner. And I said, oh shit. I said, this is worse than I expected. And I was like, look, I'm looking around like, what are you talking about? What are you? I'm trying to look innocent. And she's like, go on over there. She was kind of like more aggressive with it. She was like, go over there. So I was like, oh my God. So I walk over there and I see him just sitting in his chair like he Big Willie or somebody, you know? I'm like, okay, what he about to do? Is he gonna slap me? Like I didn't understand. But I go over there because they got me cornered and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I went over there like with my head down. And then he's like, what's my name? You know I'm gonna give him a fake ass name. Shit. When you on a down low and you discreet, you don't give out your motherfucking real name. Shit. Okay. Anything can come back. So he was like, so you have a number or something? I was like, nah. Cause I did shit. So he was like, okay, cool. So he was like sizing me up, checking me out. He wasn't checking me out like in a sexual way, but I had a feeling that everything was okay, right? But I was still nervous. So I didn't have no cell phone or nothing like that. So he wrote down his number. Okay. Back in the day, right? He wrote down his number and he told me to call him. And then, girl, you know what it remind me of? You don't know my name. And it's saying like, who, right? You don't know my name. You know that Alicia Keys song. Okay. You don't know my name or say my name or whatever. Honey, that's what it felt like. Okay. Okay. Cause bitch, he did not know my name, but girl, if I felt relieved. You understand? I felt so relieved, like, ooh, I'm glad I didn't get my ass whooped. I'm glad I didn't get popped. I'm glad he ain't take me out of here, honey. Okay? Because it could have been one of those things. So later on that night or the second night, a wing woman. Well, come to find out that was his sister. Come to find out that was his sister. Um, but going back into the story, let me look in the comment section. It's a certain time right now. I don't think so, but Messy Ruby, your age, girl. Don't do that no more. I'm a little confused. Is she trolling or is this she telling the truth? Just confused. Is this picture her? Don't get mad. I'm not gonna get mad, Yvette. Yeah, this is me back in the day, Yvette, before my transition, honey. Before my transition. Can you believe it, Yvette? Yvette, can you believe it? Huh? Did not do a transition, Yvette? You would never think, right? Okay, I believe in miracles, Yvette. Yes, I believe in miracles. Each and every day. I believe in miracles, Yvette. Okay. So what made you like this? Well, you know what, Sharon? It's the God in me. I was just like this. I was born this way, Sharon. I was just attracted to what I was attracted to. I was just never attracted to the opposite gender. It just was never for me. Well, hold on. I take that back. Okay, see, with that transition shit, it get kind of tricky, right? Look, when you add the transition to it, it get kind of tricky. Okay, so you gotta word that shit right. So I gotta back up on that. I gotta back up on that. Okay, 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 okay. Shit. Okay. So I've always felt, you know, more. I've never felt like a boy. Even though I dress like a boy, I was pretty much raised to be a man. I was raised to be a boy. I did express myself. I did express my true self, but I got beat and I got shamed. And my parents and my family was not going to have me around here just being who I was. Okay. So they have an idea for me and they say, listen, this is how you're born. So they wanted me to act accordingly to their eyes see fit. So eventually, I was like a ticking time bomb. So when I got away and I had to unpack shit, boom, kaboom. This what it was. You understand? But going back to attraction, because gender expression and sexuality are two different, and I gotta be careful how I word stuff because I don't want to confuse people even more. You understand? Because it's already uh like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And I understand. But yeah, so with sexuality, I was never attracted to females, okay? I was never attracted to women. I was never attracted to trans women. I was never attracted to feminine men. I was never attracted to women, okay? I've always been attracted to man, okay? And it has nothing to do with my gender. Before I transitioned, I always had a man attention when I was, of age and I knew what was going on. Unfortunately, before my experiences, I started, my first time. I know y'all gonna judge me when I tell y'all my first time. My first time, I was like 14, 15. You understand? 14. My first time. I knew what the fuck I wanted. Shit, I wanted. It was intentional. Ain't no, but I'm not a fucking victim. Okay, so please don't play that shit with me. But shit. And so I won't feel left out. How old were y'all when y'all first? When y'all but you know what, Stephanie B, it is a judgment zone. I You know what? I judge, y'all gonna judge me, and I'm okay with you judging me as long as you okay with me judging you back. But if you don't judge me, I appreciate that, but I understand this is real life and people judge. People, that's what they do. But how old were y'all when y'all first had y'all first experience? So I won't feel so, out of place in this group. Cause we are a group right now. Y'all understand that? This is personal. Shit. Y'all girl, I have not even talked to some of my family members like I'm talking to y'all. Okay, how old were y'all when y'all first departed the sea or whatever? Okay, 18, 17. Well, shit, I got all y'all beat. Shit. Okay, well, shit. He is fine. Well, shit. My first, I was 14 and I lost my virginity at my father's house. Okay, when my father was gone, I invited this boy. And I used to invite niggas in my house, in my father's house when I stayed with my father. Cause my father, he be out, doing his thing. And he didn't have he wasn't, my father was not conservative. My father was a Catholic. And my father, he had a lot of women. And shit, I took this time and I was happy that he was gone so I can do my thing. Understand? He ain't know what was going on until he caught me. My father did catch me one time, and it was so crazy. And I'll tell you that story another time. Have y'all parents ever caught y'all? Huh? Have y'all parents ever caught y'all? Press 10 if your parent caught you before. Press 20 if your parents ain't never catch you. Ain't well shit, y'all good. See? Shit. Mm, 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 mm. Um, is that was you? I plead the fifth. How does a man love his virginity? Only asking. How does a man lose his virginity? Well, honey. Okay. How does a man lose? Well, I can tell you how I lost mine. Shit. Okay. Hmm. My aunt caught me doing something. Hell no, I was born in 1972. I wish my parents would call me on it. Someone's grandma called us. All right, girl. I'm so proud of you. I've been with you since the skit days. You are so talented. Thank you, California girl. Let me highlight you. Thank you. And I just want to say, I just want to show so much love to my fan base, my day ones. I know I have not had the best communication with my, I guess, day one fan base, and I have neglected them. I have not always been I guess open like I should have, and transparent. And I apologize for that. I take full accountability. And I do apologize if anybody felt slighted. I knew I went through a time where I'm like, I don't want you to call me a day one. I was going through some shit. And in the future, I would tell you and I would break it down why I did what I did. And I'll be more open and transparent. But I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it. And I'm still growing, I'm still growing. Okay, so hold on. No, it was pure. Well, ain't that good? Ain't that good you was pure? Well, you know what? Blame it the nigga and me. Okay? See, I was not raised. I was not raised to keep my cheeks closed. You understand? I think see women, you guys have an advantage because I'm sure your parents were on you about keeping your legs closed. See, I didn't have nobody on me about keeping this ass closed, okay? Okay, because they didn't even think I was giving this shit up, okay? They already thought it was a no-goer, okay? So that's the advantage of beauty, being raised as a girl. Your parents gonna tell you to keep your legs closed, they're gonna have a tight leash on you. But being a boy, and being around my father, being a father's son, of course he didn't have no idea that's what I was doing. So, you know, ain't nobody having me no talks about keeping them cheeks locked. Ah, shit. And it's horrible because I have low self-esteem at this point because I'm thinking nobody likes me, everybody hates me. So I'm finding a guy at Morehouse that he might not even accept me. He probably wouldn't go out with me or nothing like that because he had a girlfriend or whatever. But it's just that moment. That moment. Okay, girl, I used to love when he came over with the Morehouse jacket. Girl. I was like, damn, I want to brag to my bitches about this shit. Okay. Girl, I couldn't even brag to my bitches about it. Cause my girlfriends, they thinking I'm straight too. Girl, I'm telling you, being that straight, being straight is not all what it seems to be. I could not stand pretending to be straight. Okay. Now it's a lot of men that love to be straight and love that shit, whatever. But I want to tell my girlfriend, girl, he came over tonight and he wore that shit out. Okay. Girl, these girls I'm talking to, I'm thinking they're my friends. Girl, they be having crushes on me and shit. Girl, so that was the wrong path, honey. Girl. So it's so good that I have grown to talk here. Because, I could have still been living as a man, somebody's husband. I could have been somebody's husband. Did you know that? Wearing panties. And I could have been somebody's husband wearing panties and heels and taking it from the back, okay? At night. I could have been that man. But I decided to walk in my truth, okay? Okay. Were you fine as your biological self? Yes, I was attractive. You see the picture. Okay, so if you guys did not know, the picture with the green cap, that was me before my transition. Now, this is when I was older. This was not when I was, a teen. So that's just what it was. That was my first. I was 14. Okay, Corey. Well, see, maybe boys, maybe they experiment a little bit earlier, because them hormones. Can we talk about the hormones? Ladies, when did your hormones start stopping in? What age were you when you got horny and shit? See, I couldn't help it. I tried to, but when I tell you them hormones start popping up, okay, waking me up all types of night, I could not stand being horny. Oh, I hated it. I said, this is the devil. Girl, I get a boner. I said, this is of the devil. I don't want to feel this way, God. God, please take this boner away from me. Oh God, I don't want to lust. I can't stand how I'm feeling. I could not stand puberty for myself. I could not stand it. And I didn't have anybody to talk to because I felt like it's just my parents are conservative. It just was inappropriate. And being raised in a Christian household, and at the time, I think I was going to a Catholic school, they just didn't believe in having talks about sex before marriage. It was just you get married first, and then we talk about sex. But my parents, and at the time when I was going to a Catholic school, they had this thing where if you talk to your kids about sex, it's gonna make them want to do it. So don't talk to them about sex. They had this thing where don't give them condoms because it's condoning that behavior. So they just went around like ignored it, like ignore it, it don't exist and it would never happen. And that did me a fucking disservice. Okay, please. So I had to learn a lot of things by just experience. Let's go. I was 14, old, and it was with my neighbor. Speak on maybe because I wasn't raised in church and there was no shame or hype attached to it. My grandmother and mother told me, my sister, to speak on. Do you miss it? Do I miss what, Bobby? I'm one day and I love you. Oh, I'm your one day. Oh, thank you. Thank you, one day. Thank one day. Haven't I changed? One day, Keisha. Haven't I did a transition? I mean, you haven't seen me, but honey, you can just tell, right? Right. Okay. Okay. uh-huh. Mm-mm-mm. I'm glad you can unpack some of that trauma with us, Gigi. You made it through the other side. Thank you, Naomi. That really means a lot. Everybody don't make it, Naomi. It's so many that have not made it. So many that are still husbands to these wives that have not made it. It has not made it. Honey, they have not made it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm going to say something because it's on my mind and I know it's going to disturb a lot of y'all, but I'm going to say it anyway. I was talking to this guy, right? And he dates trans women, and he said that he had a trans girlfriend and she was an escort or whatever. And he said that she would tell him stories about the clients. And in this modern time, they do modern relationships where the prostitutes and these OnlyFans girls, they be having boyfriends, and the boyfriends is cool with it. Now, that's not traditional, but we are living in modern times, and they okay with it. They say it's not cheating because she's working, whatever that means. But that's just what they do. So he was like, yeah, I was so surprised because I guess he was going in her DMs and he found out some of his cousins like to get backdoored, and he was just so like, oh my God, I would never think. And he was like, it was so many men and so many niggas that are hood niggas. Like, he was so gagging and he was so shocked. He was like, yeah, I mean, like real thug niggas. Like, they are bottoms, like they be showing the ass and shit. And then it be some thug niggas and some like hood black niggas that's you'll never think that would pay her, and they would dress up and they want to be treated like the bitch. And They want her to dominate them, but they go back to their wives, you know. So, girl, I don't know why I felt like saying it. Shit. Girl, do you miss being a man? Oh, hell no, Bobby. Bobby, being a man is like being a prison. That is such a prison, Bobby. Bobby. No, I don't miss being a man at all. That's such a prison. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Why? What do you think? What would I miss about being a man? I don't know. Help me out. What do you think? What do you think you would miss about being a man? Well, how can I say it? I don't miss anything about being a man. I think probably one thing I can excuse and say, well, I'm a man. You know, when bitches try to get under my skin and I make talking points, and when they don't like my talking points, they want to yell out, I'm a man. And but if see, okay, that's the thing. When I was a man, when I was a man and I make talking points, they'd be like, "Oh, you such a girl," or call girl and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll probably say, "Well, you take dick, you gay," or something like that. But if I was a straight man, then what they gonna say? I don't know. They'll probably say, "Well, you hate women." You hate women. It's always something. It's always something somebody will try to get you with. But nah, if I was a straight man, what would I do? If I was pretending to be a straight man, I mean, what would I do being a straight man? Mm, what can I do with that? I don't know. I'll be on this podcast and I'll be talking about dating advice. If I was a man trying to pretend to be a man, I would probably be like, ladies, y'all need to submit. The Bible says women need to submit. See, the problem is you women, y'all so masculine. I'll be like, you women are so masculine in today's society. I want a traditional woman, okay? Well, I have another man in the background. I'll be like, I need a traditional woman. I want a woman that's going to obey me, cook my food, clean the dishes, say yes, sir. And I want her to be the nurturer of my kids. I don't want to raise the kids. It's her responsibility. I want her to rub my toes at night. If I was a straight man, or I would probably be one of them assholes with another man behind me rubbing my shoulders while I'm talking shit about women. Okay. Because as a straight man, and I'm not a straight man, I have to fit in. And part of fitting in is doing what the other men want from me, trying to fit in, doing what they expect from me so they won't suspect that I like men. Part of being a straight man is I want to conceal and I want to take away any thought if anybody think that I want to be with another man. So you my type, the red bone. Well, thank you for leaving us the fuck alone. You welcome, boo. uh, do you only date guys now or both? Bobby, um, I've only dated guys now. Yes, only date guys. Have I dated women? I've dated women before my transition when I was going around with the straight agenda, when I was pushing straight agenda. I had to, shit. I had to play the fucking part. And it was so much pressure to be with the woman. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being with the gender that you don't want to be with, but you're doing it for society, I feel like one of those those straight Hollywood men that's bending over for some gay pay, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm late to the party. What's going on, Super Mama? Not a toxic black man. Hell no. I probably would have. Yes, CC29. Because if I be a good man, if I'm a good man, then I'm going to be looked upon as weak. I'm going to be, other guys are going to say I must be soft or I'm gay. And that's exactly what I don't want other guys to do. If I'm a straight man, I want straight men acceptance. I want to be accepted by straight men. I want to sit at the table with straight men. So, shit. But then if I'm a straight man too, I want my cake and eat it too, right? So if I have a woman that's submissive, that's never gonna get in my grill and check me about stuff. I mean, I think I want that. I would want that. Don't you think I would want that? So she won't know what I'm doing behind her back. Come on now. But that doesn't mean anything, you know. That's just my thought process, possibly, not sure. But when I was a man and I was dating women, was I toxic? No, I was not. I was just when I was dating women, I was just like, damn, I just want to move away so far when nobody knows my name. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to leave the society. I wanted to leave the community. I wanted to leave my family. I just wanted to leave everybody that knew who I was. I just wanted to leave. And I just felt like I had to endure this girl or that girl because they're in my neighborhood. So by dating a girl in my neighborhood and dating girls in school, it sigs out a signal I like pussy. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They all think I'm hitting that. They all think I'm hitting it. And it's so easy. It didn't even have to be a girl that I was talking to, but just association, a man and a woman. They automatically think, oh, you must be hitting that. That's your girlfriend. They just make assumptions and they run with it. And I just would never correct them. So I'm glad you happy now. Much respect to you. Thank you, Bobby. I feel that all the time. Have you ever had sex with a woman? No, I've never had intercourse with a woman. The closest thing I've done with a woman was as a trans woman. Don't hate me for this. I had a few threesomes with women, biological women. Um, when I was in my pick me era, guys and the guys that attracted to me and the guys I like, they like pussy, you know? So I don't, I can't compete with that. I can't compete with that good pussy, girl. I can't compete with that wop. So I'm not going to deny him. You should, okay? I'm not going to deny the nigga. Okay, I'm not going to deny the nigga from that goddamn wop. So he like three. He wanted to see, the situation play out, and she was cool with it. The girls that I had, and it's been different situations. So, but the most is just foreplay, no penetration at all, just foreplay. Mm-hmm. When you was a man, you still are a man. Surgery would never change your true self. Well, Texas girl, you can't force your belief on me, Texas girl. Oh, Texas girl, stop forcing your beliefs on me. That's how you feel. That's not how I feel. Gender, what they say, a social construct. Nobody says I'm changing, you know, male or female, but we're talking about gender here. So it's my belief versus yours. If you don't want anybody to take your liberty, your freedom to believe or freedom of speech, don't take away anybody else's. So I said what I said, okay? I ain't no man, nigga. I said what I said. You got your nibble on. Gigi, is that you on the left? Okay, with the green cap. Yes, with the green cap. That was my before with the green cap. So going back to I'm glad you have these talks. They are very educational. Oh, well, thank you, Randy. So do you feel gender is fluid, Gigi? I think possibly Erica. Let me highlight shit stuff. I think with people, gender could be fluid. Yeah, I think with certain individuals. I mean, gender is fluid. With me, no. I mean, what can you explain to me more about gender is fluid and what exactly you mean by that? If you can call in to help me out, I appreciate it. Gender is fluid, meaning that like some boys or girls, they're not going to fit far from the spectrum, but they probably kind of blend in with like a tomboyish or a stud or shit like that. Shit, it happens. It happens. Have I ever been a gender bender? I never been a gender bender. I guess I was always far left or far right, but I never been like, okay, I just want to be in between. That was never me. I've never felt comfortable with just the in between. So left or right. Okay, so I guess I'm a I guess I hope I answered that question. Shit, I tried to my best. I need to know more information about that fluid. Because I'm not a fluid person, that gender. So I need to know because I don't want to say incorrect terminology. I saw you in a club once. What? What club called me? Hold on. Somebody seen me at the club. I saw you at the club once. Okay. Harmon. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Call me. Call my phone number right now. I hit that link. Let's talk about the club you saw me at. What was going on? Okay. They seen me at the club. Okay. All right. Do you want to have kids one day, Naomi? The that's a tricky question. It's not a tricky, but I've been given it thought. But Naomi, I would say this. Um, I knew my parents wanted me to have kids. Everybody in my family, all society. Oh my God, you're gonna have some pretty kids. You're gonna have some pretty babies. Ooh, whatever girl you get with, y'all gonna have some pretty kids. I mean, I heard that so many times, and I I don't know. And maybe it's so fucking evil that I thought this, but when I realized that people hated gay people and I realized that that gay meant me at that time, okay? Not saying I'm gay, but I'm saying at that time, I made a promise to myself I would never bring kids in this world, okay? I would never. And that hurts so many people, right? Can you imagine if your kids say they're never going to bring a kid up in this world? And I told that to myself, and I said, no child deserves to feel the way I feel. The way I feel and the way I have to pretend to be somebody else and the way how this world hates me, I would never want to bring a child in this world, and it's nothing I can do to help them because everybody feels that way. Everybody thinks that way. And I think that's so cruel to bring a child in this world when everybody hates them. So I said, I don't want nobody to feel the way I felt. So I made that promise. So, however, fast forward, the world has changed. Thank God. Whoop whoop. Somebody answered my prayers. Okay. Thank God somebody answered my prayers. So now it's like it's a possibility. I still have to check some things off my box for me personally before I want to fully commit. I look at kids, that's something very serious for me. I want to make sure I'm going to place them in great schools. I want to make sure before I bring kids into this world, I want them to be raised in a good neighborhood. Even if they were to be gay or trans, I will want my kids, straight gay, it doesn't matter, to be in a neighborhood that that is intelligent and will care for them and love on them despite them being gay, straight, or whatever. So that takes time. I don't want to just have a kid because I'm trying to rush to have a kid, and I'm having them in a dangerous area, or I have to put them in schools where it may be dangerous or not good for them. I want to make sure that when I do have a kid, that I have good doctors around, good hospitals around, a good dentists around. It's just a lot of things I have to check off. I have to have a certain budget for my kids. I want to have them in piano lessons or so many different things. I don't ever want them to be have a summer where they're not doing anything. I want to have the best tutors for my kids, and that takes money. Um, so education is very important to me, especially for my kids. So I take it very serious, and I just want to be prepared financially and environment set up, um, so they won't ever have to go what I had to go through. So security and safety is so important to me. So if I don't have those, no, I'm not going to do it. But if I have those crossed out and I have done some stuff that I wanted to do and I can focus and I can sit my ass down, then yeah. So sorry if that was long. Sorry if that was long. The world is dangerous. So you actually right now sounding like the average man just saying, okay. I love you anyway, Gigi girl, because you are very entertaining with your channel. Thank you. And I got a caller. I'm going to answer. Do gay men want to have boys raise them as gays? Only asking. Well, I don't know what gays want, but I doubt it. I don't think gay men want to have boys and raise them to be gay. I think that's what probably you will see homophobic straight people do. I want to raise you to be exactly like I am. I don't know. And for me, I would want to raise my kid to be loving and accepting of different walks of life. But no, I don't want to raise my kid or force them to be anything that they're not. If they're straight, I'm not going to try to get them to be gay. If they're gay, I'm not going to try to get them to be straight. I'm going to accept my child for who they are. And I will hope more or most gay men or all gay men will accept their kids for who they are, whether they're straight, gay, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. So now I don't think you should push a sexuality agenda on any child, even if you're a straight parent and your kid is gay. I don't think you should push them to be straight. I mean, that is still pushing a sexuality on them. I had sexuality pushed on me. I had people try to sway me to be straight. Okay. Do you know how many times? Well, have you ever tried the pussy? I mean, come on now. You got to just try it. Just try it. But if you turn around and ask them, have you tried some dick? Won't you just try it? Try it. Then it's a fight. So all the double standard bull crap, it's like, get on out of here. Get out of here. So, do we have a troll? Okay, where's the whatchamacallit when we need them? Okay, why do you keep trolling? Let me see. Hi, user. Report. Hi, user. Okay, I hide it. And just to let you guys know, the more I start talking up, the more people are going to come for me, because they don't like people like me. So I need y'all support, okay? Because they're going to come for me. I need y'all to love me. All right, so let's answer this phone call. Calling from 984. You're live on the air.
Hey, Gigi. This is Erica. Let me just say I love your shows.
Thank you,
This is my first time
Erica.
calling in.
Okay, Erica.
You're welcome. So to answer your question about the gender fluidity, I meant so binary, like you're either male or female, because you know how some people, they don't choose to identify. It's like on the census where it says black, white, other, same thing with gender. On your birth certificate, you're born as a female or male.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
it's like so they want you to codify things like either you're a boy or you're a girl, you're male or female. And even nowadays people don't subscribe to those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Like with me sometimes I'm a tomboy, I don't feel like being feminine, but does that make me gay? You know what I'm saying?
No, because that have
Like
nothing to do with what you're attracted to. That just have everything to do with your gender expression.
and you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by like fluidity. And with my sexuality, I'm bisexual. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean that every person, every female I want to talk to because I'm gay, I see a female, I like you, or same thing
Right.
with a guy.
That's I
I
think
don't
that
wake up
is
one day and be
Erica.
like,
I think that is so ignorant
huh?
when people think that way. Think that okay, because you're gay, you're like all guys. Yeah, I think it's ignorant.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Do straight men like everybody? Because I think that's what they push out there,
Exactly.
and they think that everybody thinks like a straight man or a straight black man. And I don't even think all straight black men are attracted to everybody. I think some are very picky, but it seems like a lot of the bottom
Right.
of the barrel, they will be attracted and hook up with just anybody. So they think
Right.
everybody
And it's
thinks
like
like them.
right, and the same thing with like I said with gender, sexuality could apply the same way. You know what I'm saying? You can identify as a male one day, boy, girl, gay, straight at any time. And then people have surgeries every day. That doesn't make me any more or less the same person. Like that has nothing to do with how I move.
Mhm.
It's like that's like saying, "Oh, I like everyone that I'm attracted to." Like you were saying, I like all girls. I like all females, but I identify as X, Y, and Z.
Right.
It's that
Right.
is ignorant to me.
Well, Erica, I just want to say thank you so much, hon, for calling. I'm going to let you go right now. So I want to answer this question. Mary says, Gigi, I'm just trying to educate myself. What inside of you and comfortable do you do to yourself? Huh? What inside of you and comfortable to do? I'm confused. Okay, I'm going to just skip on because I don't get that one. It says, is it because you like guys? No. My transition have nothing to do with me liking guys. Mary, I can get guys. Before I transition as a man, I can get a whole bunch of guys as a man. It's a lot of men that like masculine men, Mary. So that is not the case at all. So Mary says, or it's because you think it's easier being a woman. No, it's not because I think it's easier to be a woman. And so it's like, okay, I'm going to be a woman because life is easier. Hell no. Shit. Far from it, Mary. The reason why I transition because I'm being true to myself. It has everything to do with myself, me and myself alone. It has nothing to do with thinking that women have it easier. I know that women don't have it easier. Women are getting less pay. Women are getting taken out of here by men on a higher schedule or a higher rate than men are getting taken out of here by women. So women have to deal with a lot, way more than a man. So no, that's not the case at all. All right, Mary, did I answer your question, sweetheart? Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So it says that's my question. How's it being a woman? That's gotta be hard. Um, it how is it being a woman? Well, transitioning from a man to a woman. Is it hard? I think that is how can I put it? Bitch, I'm so excited. Okay. You're so listen, just to be yourself and live in your truth, that excitement right there for me, I had to live fearless. Okay. So that's where at one point in time I had a channel. It was called Living Fearless, and that's where it came from because I had to live fearless. I had to fight. I had to fight. I had to fight from my fan base before because my transition story is not like your average transition story because I was popular before I transitioned. So you have to deal with the popularity of the man and you have to fight against his fan base. So I had to my situation is different because I had to transition. I felt pressure to transition in public. On dealing with that, it's like everybody loves Jacob. Everybody misses Jacob. They don't want this fucking shit to happen. So I'm fighting. I'm fighting. I'm fighting, dog. I'm fighting. Okay. Okay. Everywhere I'm fighting. But that's the transition part. Now living in my truth part, it's easier. It's definitely easier. It's no, oh my God, I'm trying to pretend or I'm trying to give off, it's just be you, So yeah, and I think that topic or that question is longer, but I think that's like a short version, but I think that's like for like a whole different topic that maybe I'll go into later. So it says Ned says what Ned say? It says, I know you from this channel. I don't know none of this. We knew you gotta explain. You can't just talk to the day ones if you want to grow because we're on this page now, new fans, you not knowing. Well, I agree with you. I agree with you. And I love my new fans and I love my new people. I don't want to ever want you guys to think that I'm just so like in awe with my day ones. I just appreciate them. I appreciate you guys all. I love you guys all. So I apologize. That's not my thing to try to isolate anybody. Okay. But thank you for letting me know that. My transition had nothing to do with liking men. You are very natural. I love you. I like to think transitioning nowadays is way safer than it was back in the 90s. Yeah. I hear so. I think you're right. I definitely think you're right. Yes, Gigi, you ways differently. I remember you as both. Thank you. Many guys do think being a girl or woman is easier. That makes no sense. Why do you think it's easier? I'm lost. Why would anybody think being a woman is easier than being a man? I don't even look at it like that. I looked at everybody have their road to cross. Everybody has different challenges. I think that everybody have it hard in this world. When you're talking about at the workplace, men have it easier. Being a man, oh my God. All you gotta do is put on some motherfucking jeans on. You don't gotta worry about looking no motherfucking part. You still gonna get the part. People look at you like they already gonna put you on a pedestal because you're a man. They think that you're more smarter, you're more capable. And most likely, if it's a man, he gonna look out for his bros. If it's a woman, if you're attractive, she gonna look out for you because she probably got a crush on you. So, what's the problem with that? Mm. I don't know. What department? What department are you talking about? Is easier? What department? I don't know. What department do you guys think is easier being a woman than a man? In what department? I don't know. Being a parent. Is it easier being a father versus being a mother? Well, shit, the fathers are easier because they nobody expects the father to actually be there to be a father. Mothers are expected to go above and beyond, and yet that is still not enough. It's still not enough. I feel the men have it easier. Definitely easier. Like I said, what category are you talking about? What category? So she says she hate periods. Okay. Men don't have to deal with fucking periods. Okay. So there you go. I don't know what planet that is in. So going back into the story, because I know I stopped and I'm gonna go back and then go back and forth. But where was I at? So he gave me his number, and I'm just gonna call him Darius. He gave me his number. My parents were really strict. My mother, my stepfather, because that's the household that I grew up in, was my mother and my stepfather. And they were so strict in my household where I was not allowed to pick up the phone. Ain't that crazy? When people will call the house, I'm not allowed to pick up the phone. And if I was to pick up the phone, I would have to do, "Hello, you have reached the such and such residence." Like I'm a answering service. I have to talk like I'm a secretary or something. You understand? Did anybody have to go through that? Were you allowed to pick up the phone? And if you did pick up the phone, did you have to talk like you're a secretary? Huh? Press one if you did, press four if you did not. Ah, damn, that sounds like Matilda. Shit. Okay. So it was a challenge. I'm like, how I'm going to sneak and call because they was just that tight. So anyway, I found some time and I called him and we were talking on the phone. We didn't talk that long. We talked like 5-10 minutes. And I told him I was going back to the mall because need to finish more of my driving test or whatever to get my a license or whatever. So I told him the time and stuff he'd meet me. So we set up a time. Okay. We set up a time. And after I got finished with my driver's thing, I met up with him. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. I gave you my all, so baby, be mine. Girl, it was like at the movies, like ATL, that movie. We'd be sitting up in a car and we'd just have long conversations about life and stuff. And I start like I know this sound bad. Then I start like telling my parents like I need to go to the mall because I want to do more studying. I want to do extra studying. And I wanted to get, more time to study, for this because I was in that driver license school or whatever. So they were like, "Oh my God, you're taking so much initiative. I'm so proud of you. God is really working in your favor." Just to see you as a young man just getting out of here and being so motivated to learn more. Oh God, you're such a man of valor. Oh my God. And let's touch and agree. Let's bow our hands and pray. So I had the parents that pray all the time. So I was lying to him though. I'm like, God not telling you I'm lying right now. Okay. You got so much power, right? So I will go up there to the mall just to see him. And I'll be our meetup spot and we'll just be sitting in a car. And we'll just talk about life or whatever. And he was like challenging me. He was like, "I bet you out here in these streets and you doing this and you doing that." And I'm like, "No, I'm not out here in these streets." Like I was playing the innocent type. Like I like to play like back in the day, like I'm innocent and I don't know nothing about nothing. And like I'm a virgin. Girl, I lied about being a virgin so many times. Girl, I think I stopped saying I was a virgin when I was like 22. Shit, I was still lying to niggas saying I'm a virgin. I wanted them to think they was my first. So I wanted them to look at me as special. You know what I'm saying? I wanted them to think I'm special, whatever, like they special in my life. So, have y'all ever lied about being a virgin? Huh? Press 7 if you lied about being a virgin. Huh? Am I the only one? Not Judy sneaking and deaking with the boys. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Do you think they were just in denial or they just really didn't know? I think with my parents, I think no, they really didn't know, girl. They really did not know. Okay. Um, Here we go. I think they really didn't know. It could be denial too, but I think certain people or parents is like that would never be my kid. Like that would never. They had that mentality. Like I see those kids, but that would never be mine, you know? And they feel that all that prayer, I'm thinking like they pray over me. I go to church, they raise me the right way, so it can never happen. Like they look, I'm assuming they probably look at gay people and stuff like people that was not raised right, and they know they raised me right. So, they raised me to be a gentleman. Like I open women doors like all the time, open their car doors, the doors. Yes, man. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I have to do all that. So they instilled in me to be a gentleman, you understand? And then I had my stepfather, which I seen him treat my mother very well. And I had both parents in the household. So they like crossed off all the boxes to make me like perfect, like in society's eyes. So everything was like perfect. So no, I think they gagged. But I do think they did have signs. Yes, I do think it was signs. I think it was signs. Yes, it was. It was definitely signs. Okay. And I think the signs that they did say, they did see, they just prayed them away. And they believe that prayer can change everything. And if they see it, they can just pray it away. Pray the gay away. Pray the gay away. Okay. But that gay came back, didn't it? Didn't it came back in full force on that bitch? What? That gay came back in full force. Um, my parents weren't religious, but they were strict. And my father told us girls, no boys ever, even as friends. Do you think you were born that way, or did SA happen? Okay, where you at? So I can put you up on here. So yes, I was definitely born the way I am. It's nothing that I could change. It's just who I am. And either I can fight it, which I've done because society wanted me to fight who I was to be like society, or I can just embrace it and accept who I am and love me for me. And that's what I decided to do. So didn't pray all the time, but this I don't think. Okay, what was the other question? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I put that question up there. I meant the other question. Okay. Was I ever essayed? No, I was not essayed by a man. No, I was not. I was not essayed. I had an attraction. I knew I had attraction. My first boy crush, I think I was like in the fourth or fifth grade. My first boy crush. My first time I ever have a kiss. Guess what, you guys? It was with a girl. Oh, yuck. Yuck. That was so gay, right? That was so gay. Okay. And the reason why I say gay, because my gender, transgender, and she was a woman. Okay. And she was my friend. And she said, "You want to play house?" And I'm like, "Okay." So she told me to come to her house or whatever, and she put me under the covers with her. And she says, "Okay." She had a flashlight, and she popped the flashlight on, and she said, "Okay, you gotta close your eyes." And I closed my eyes, and I felt something on my lips, and I wiped that shit off. I said, and I ran out. I ran out. Oh my God. I don't think I ever seen her the same girl. I felt violated. Why y'all teaching y'all daughters to be fast and kissing on folks? Okay. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Um, so that was one girl. That was my first kiss ever. Then when I was like, how old was I then? I think I was like in the 5th grade. I think I was like in the 5th grade. It was this girl. She was like, I think she was like 11 or 12. Yeah, I think she was like 11 and 12 or whatever. She was kind of older. And I guess she had the hots for me. Shit. You know? Some people was not that nice to me. But she was always nice to me. She would always give me stuff and then, stuff like that. And one day she told me to come upstairs, and it was at my relative's house. And she was like, undress. So I undressed, and then she got undressed, and then she got on top of me. Okay. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay, okay, what? Okay, girl, I jumped up and I ran downstairs and I ran under the table, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I said, but I said, I can't believe I had sex. I had sex. I had sex. I kept on screaming, I had sex. I had sex. And it was like, boy, what you doing? Get your ass under that table. Why you don't got no clothes on? What's wrong with you? And I said, I just had sex. And they said, what do you mean you just have sex? And I told what she did. And of course she got in trouble. And that was that. So so yeah, I was attacked by women. My first experience were women. Okay. So normally, don't they say if you are attacked or if was got I got those experienced by women should not be straight, should not be interested in women because of that? Because that's what they say with gay men, right? Well, he was touched by another man. Well, I was touched by women. And I don't even see it as, I know you guys do. You see it as, but I'm not a victim. I don't fall for a victim. You know what I'm not gonna fall for that. That's just not, I don't see it that way. Um, it was wrong. That's trauma. No, trauma. Well, I don't okay, that's how you guys see it. Okay, but I don't see it like I guess how you guys see it. But I did tell she did get in trouble, and that was that. But I don't think it have nothing to do with who I am today. That's not okay, girl. I hope you are not traumatized from that situation. No, babe, I'm not traumatized from that situation. Not at all. But how did my parents and how did everybody respond to it? They laughed it off. They was laughing at it. But she did get in trouble by her mom. But, you know, that's just what it was. It says that's why my kids could not play unsupervised with friends until they had good understanding of their bodies and exes. I was not born with coke. I was not born with weed. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Kush should not play house, especially unsupervised. I never heard such happening, and it makes the male victim despise women. No, I've heard of such things happening, and it makes the male victim despise women. I don't know, but I okay. Now I feel like y'all trying to diagnose me. I don't feel no way towards women, I promise you. And maybe you need to call and let me know, but I don't know. I'm not trying to get caught up in y'all agendas. It says, was it a grown woman and you were underage, or were you both adults? If you were a wolf, were adult. No, we were not adults. She was underage as well. You know, she was not a grown woman. You know, I guess she just had a thing for me, and she wanted me to take her virginity, or she wanted to take mine, or whatever. Shit, she wanted me to do the humping. She wanted me to do the goddamn humping. Okay. Honey, I've been had coochie thrown at me. Okay. I've been had coochie thrown at me. Okay. since I was 5, okay? Okay, living a nigga dream. Okay, you know how many niggas would dream to be in my place, huh? Don't leave your children unsupervised. Let us be your therapist, Gigi. We won't even charge you. Okay, Randy. It's just cause and effect. And what mental health field is it considered trauma? She had probably been touched. I don't know about all that, but we gonna go back to the story, okay? Cause y'all swear y'all be trying to put a therapist and put something on somebody. My mother was okay. So what was I at with the story? So yeah, I would meet up with him and we would talk in the parking lot. And he was just challenging me. And I was like, I'm not fast. I don't be out here. I didn't know much. Um, so I challenged him because he thought it was fast. I said, I bet you're fast. And I said, well, I bet could you hold out without like a month without like doing anything, like messing with yourself or whatever? He was like, yeah, he can hold out, but can I hold out? And I said, yeah, I can hold out. So we start talking and we was holding out. And then eventually I started skipping school. Bitch, this sounds so fucking bad. This sounds so fucking bad. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? So I started skipping school and I started spending more time with him. And it just felt like somebody understands me, somebody gets me. I felt protected with him. Um I I, I was always looking for security because I always feared that my parents may kick me out because of who I am when they find out. So, being with him and him having his own place and stuff, it just made me feel like, if anything happened, I could run over with him and he'd take care of me. Um, so eventually, we stopped going and I was with him for like 2 years. Let me look in the comment section. No, it's not Gigi. It's what teenagers do fall in love. Oh, thank you. Boy and girl that meet men and women. She says she never had an attraction to girls. No. I love story time laying down. Everybody, the majority of us was born Generation X, was born parents that were the flower children. Okay, so back to the story at hand. I just felt like if anything happened, he will always be there to protect me. I was curious though, how did he make his money? Because he did very cool for himself, but I never seen him go to 9 to 5. But I didn't want to press the issue. But yeah. And then like when I spend time with my biological father would get me on my weekends sometimes, either because I cannot stand with my parents, like my mother and my stepfather. Their house is like a Christian jail. So I was always looking to leave because in their household, you can't watch R-rated movies. You can't watch a lot of worldly stuff. It was no secular music played in the house because they felt that the house is sanctified, and by putting worldly music or even having a worldly CD in the house, it was disrespectful to the household because I'm bringing the devil, music in a sacred place. So it's like the CDs of R&B and rap were dirty, and my be having that in my book bag or getting it is dirtying up the house. You understand? Because I did buy CDs that I shouldn't have bought, and I did have them in my drawer hidden. But my parents told me, they set me down and they were like, "Do you have anything to tell us?" I'm like, "No." And Girl, do you know I had to sit there for an hour to get like, and when my parents talk to me, it's not like, it's like I felt like, like a police officers walking around, asking you questions, looking you in your eyes, making sure you're not lying. So after all this, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm so fucking nervous. I'm like, God damn, did they find a nigga? Like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm thinking, is this about some gay shit? What, man, if y'all don't tell me what y'all found. So shit, I kept my mouth closed. I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't know. Are you sure? I want you to pray about this. And be honest, you know? And that's how they talk sometimes. I'm like, I don't know. And then they'll break it down and say, the Holy Spirit talked to us. And the Holy Spirit told us that you were being very disobedient. I said, oh. And then my stepfather, if I roll my eyes or look away, he'll get real tough. That's like you know what I mean? He's from military. So he's really, really tough and he's very aggressive. So eventually they were like, the Holy Spirit told us to go into your room, and we went into your drawer where the Holy Spirit told us to go, and we found that music, and what do you have to say to yourself? What do you have to say for yourself? I'm like, what do I have to say for myself? I don't know. In my mind, in my mind, I was cussing him out. I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's what I'm saying in my mind, right? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not going to cut it, you know? So, what we're going to do is I want you to, we're going to look at the lyrics, and I want you to recite exactly what they're saying. And we're going to talk about these lyrics you're listening to and what they mean. Girl, they spend hours. Okay. I had to write the Bible, books of the Bible, Psalms. I had to write that, handwrite it. I had to type it out. I had to stay in a recording. I would be on punishment for like 6 months. Okay. Over some fucking music. Okay. Have you ever seen him after your transaction? My transaction? Who? My first boyfriend? Hell no. He ain't gonna like that shit. My first boyfriend ain't gonna like that shit. So chat describe how old are you? Maybe I'm the wrong channel. I don't know. Okay, so besides that, getting back to where I was. So yeah, so you understand why I wanted to get away from that house, right? You understand that it didn't feel like a home. It felt like I'm always got eyes on me and like Jesus. So I beg my biological father, please take me on a weekend. If he can't take me on a weekend, I beg my grandma. My grandma love having me around. I'm like, please, I just want to go. I just want to go to my grandma's house or my daddy house. Please, I don't want to be here. Okay, so I would sneak, or I go over my mama house, or my dad house, my grandma house, and then I just rebel. I would rebel like a mother, baby. Girl, I'm rebelling like a bitch. Okay, fuck, bump all that shit they be talking. Fuck what you fuck what you said. Fuck what you said. Okay, fuck what you said. Fuck what you said. Okay, so honey, I rebel like it. I wanted revenge. So I would go to my biological father's house. He'll be occupied with some woman, some girl. And I take that time out to call my boyfriend, and I would never have him pick me up in front of my father's house, but I'll be like, meet me at the gas station. And I'll be like, Dad, I'm walking to the gas station. I'll be back, you know? So I meet him at the gas station. Shit, I'm gone. I text or call my father, be like, I'm hanging out with friends. I'll be back later. you know. And my dad, he's a dad. My dad is like a regular dad. He's like a cool dad. He's like, whatever, just be safe. My dad he is a party clubbing type of dad. He not strict at all. Like far from it. Okay. 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 Not strict at all. Far from it. So I would spend time with my boyfriend. I would stay at his house. He had a nice house. And when I was over there, it just felt like I was in a different world. It felt like all my pain was taken away. It just felt good. Just to being in his presence. It just felt like a safe space, you know? But then the more time I spend with my boyfriend at his house, it's like he would never really be there because he'd be off in the streets because he was a street hustler. I didn't realize that in the beginning, but the more I spend time with him, I find myself at his house just by myself. And it just started to get real lonely because it's like, shit, what the fuck? I'm just here in this house. It feels nice, but shit, I'm lonely than a motherfucker. So at a time, I was like, I want friends, but my boyfriend didn't want me to have friends. He liked it me just how I was, where I didn't have any experience. I didn't know gay people existed like that. And I met this guy, he was my age or whatever, and he knew about like the gay stuff and like gay scene and like different clubs and different people, whatever. And my boyfriend, he could not, he was like, no, cut him off. Like, you don't need to be in a bad influence, And it was a bad influence, but I did want to experience and I wanted to know what was out there. And a lot of times with my boyfriend, it just felt like he just liked that I did not know shit. He always tell me, do not go into the gay community, leave that gay shit alone because he just did not like gay shit. And yeah. And I know that's kind of maybe you guys be like, well, I don't get it. How he don't like gay shit and he gay, you know? Well, it's a lot of men that's like that, just because someone is gay or trans does not mean that they are part of the LGBT community. Just because someone is gay and trans does not mean that they support the LGBT community. Sometimes the people that are gay and trans, they can be the LGBT enemy. Okay. So yeah, easy to manipulate. Dang, what does he do? Gigi, obviously he's out in the open if you are allowed to post his picture. Okay, well, CC29, let's talk about the picture. Now, CC29, that is not him. Okay, that's a resemblant of him. Okay. CC29, that ain't him. Shit. That nigga would take me out of here if I put that picture up. That's just a random nigga, okay, that resembles him. Gigi, is that you up there, green? The green hat, boo. Wrong. I'm in my early 50s, so you're not alone. Oh, thank you. Religious. Yeah, we did it too. You put the dresser by the door. They won't pop it on or watch out. Like the usher on Confessions. So yeah, make sure you guys like this video, get the videos up. It says, cause that man in the picture looks like one of my exes who is married now and fat, but still have green eyes. Gigi, that booty was bootying. So yeah, going back to what I was stating before. Where was I at? Love you. I love you too. Where was I at? Okay, yeah. So he wanted me he didn't like me having friends or have me wanting to have the idea of friendship. And in his mind, he was expecting, like, after I finished graduating
90 seconds.
After I finished graduating high school, he wanted me to go, if I wanted to go to college, he wanted me to go to college in Michigan. and he wanted me to stay with him. Like he looked at me like his forever love. And when I was, see, okay, it's so funny. I did a video yesterday on my other channel about my first boyfriend as a transgender, right? So I have two experiences. Ain't that so fucking cool? My first boyfriend as a dude and my first boyfriend as a woman. Ain't that some shit? Bitch, you done heard it all, okay? so so it's interesting because the stories are kind of similar in a way. Um and they're similar in a way in the fact that in both situations I didn't realize that people of their caliber will want me. In both situations with both of my first boyfriends, I didn't think that like this guy, I didn't think he would be into me. I didn't think it would be a lot of men that be liking me or in a serious way, that see me as special, that really care about me, that want to protect me. So I was surprised. And same with my first boyfriend, when I first transitioned, I was surprised as well. However, in both of those situations, I'm growing. So I'm realizing my worth in my first relationship. And I'm like, hold up. It's way more options on the board. I know that sounds fucked up, right? I'm like, hold on now. It's way more options out here on the board that like me. Huh? Hold the fuck. What? It's like a different world because I never knew gay people exist. I never knew men that are fine, men that got good jobs, men that got good cars, men that be in the music videos, men like me. All my life, I've been told that everybody hated me. I'm disgusting. So it's like, damn, it's a big surprise in a good way for me, because I was told I wasn't shit, in so many ways. Now, did they tell me I wasn't shit? No, but they said gay people ain't shit. They said everybody hate gay people. They looked at me as a straight person, but inside I know who the fuck I was. So shit, I didn't let them know that I know you talking about me, but I internalized that pain and I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. But then when I just living life, like, oh my God, people don't know what the hell they talking about. Like people just lie to me, lie to me, lie to me, lie to me. So eventually in this first relationship with what I call him, Marcus or Darius, I don't know. Whatever the nigga I call him, my first. Growing in here, I'm realizing my worth and I'm realizing that I'm that fucking deal. I'm realizing. And see, that's another thing. When you new on a gay scene, bitch, what? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. When you a new fucking face on a gay scene, it's like Lori Harvey. When Lori Harvey just popped up, it's like London Lauren. When she first popped out, it's like everybody looking, they breaking their necks trying to get to you, girl. Like you was the talk of the town. Okay. Bitches jealous and shit. The fuck, So honey, I'm realizing I got that fucking effect. What? But I'm in this fucking relationship. So my first love, he was like, nah, I don't like how you dressing. Like he could not stand how I was dressing because I was like really urban. I didn't know much. He was like, nah, I'm gonna get you this. And he started hooking me up, rocking me in Gucci, teaching me about Dior this, Dior glasses, Versace glasses, all this shit, like European designer, high class shit. You understand? Shit I did not know how to pronounce. I'm like, half of the shit, I'm like, I don't even like that shit. Like, no, this ain't it. He was like, no, you don't know shit about fashion. I'm gonna dress, bitch. He was like a Kanye West. You know how Kanye West dresses hoes? This niggas was dressing me, his nigga. Okay, honey. When I told you, He gave me a whole different set of vibe, a set of confidence. When I walked to school, girl, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. Honey, just walking up to school and walking down the hallway, and everybody like, damn, look what such and such got on dick. I mean, niggas grabbing their hand over their mouth like, damn, like, oh my God, yo shit. Oh, nigga, you so smooth. You know what I mean? So I was like, shit, everybody love me. Everybody love me. What the fuck? Shit, you know what I mean? My value went up with the honeys. Okay. Women, oh, they, oh shit. Okay. It felt good. I felt like a superstar. Okay. So I love when he dressed me and he just hooked me up with gifts and all that. And I never questioned like where it was coming from. I was just like, shit, he know what he's talking about because I didn't even like certain outfits he would dress me in and shoes. I was like, people not gonna like this, but people in my school, they knew what it was. Like, especially the older kids, whatever, they knew. And I was like, well, so anyway, we love crazy Kanye. We have to hear Ninja. I saw your transition. Yes, lots of options. You're beautiful. Thank you. Built the confidence up. Hell yeah, Cynthia. Shit. And to have a nigga dress you, to have a nigga have you rocking the high European gear that you can't even fucking pronounce. I'm not used to this. And then when you saw the price tag, it's like, what? And I was in a society where we valued designer clothes. Like he had me so spoiled. If it wasn't designer, I couldn't wear it. I can't go from Gucci, Louis Vuitton, the top of the line to rocking some average hip hop shit. No, no, I want the best of the fucking best because I am the best. Honey, I won best dress. What? Come on now. Okay. Bitch had me feeling like I was on the top of the motherfucking world. You can't tell me shit. Okay. Honey, I enjoyed them years. I did. I sure did. But things got to a bad situation because one day I was calling him and he never picked up the phone. That hurt me. I felt like he was my everything. I felt like if anything ever happened, I can always run to him. And to have that security like disappear, I'm like, did the nigga die? Like, what is going on? My access to him is so limited because I only know him. I don't know his friends. I don't know his family. I don't know nobody. Like all I know is him, you know? So I called his house, one house, like he had another number and I remembered. And it was like a old house, I believe where his sister stayed at. So I was so desperate. I called that house and I kept calling, I kept calling. And I finally talked to his sister and I'm like, where is he? What's going on? And she's like, oh, he locked up. Locked up. Girl, I broke down. Bitch, I felt like a bitch like Little Kim and shit. Like, Biggie went to jail or Tupac went to jail. Like, damn, bitch, I'm in this shit for real. God damn, my nigga in jail. I gotta hold his ass down. Bitch, I felt like my gangster inside. Bitch, come on. My nigga in jail, girl. Okay. Shit, I started writing love letters and shit like that. Not realizing, bitch, why the fuck am I writing why am I writing fucking letters to him? Okay. girl, I was like, well, I want to send some, whatever. Um, I don't know what I did with those love letters. Um, I know I didn't send it to no correction facility, but I remember writing love letters, and I tried to give it to her. I don't know if she accepted it or not, because I think I remember skipping school and trying to go to one of the houses that he was at and sliding the letter underneath and hoping that she will pick it up. So, and hoping that she would give it to him. That's what I wanted. But most likely she probably did not do that because that's kind of dumb on her part or whatever. So my nigga locked up. What I'm gonna do, y'all? My nigga locked up. What I'm gonna do, y'all? Do you know I was crying? Okay. Pound Town. Gotta hold my nigga down. Hell yeah, Pound Town. Gotta hold my nigga down. And a part of me felt like, this is the life. This the life, nigga in jail, shit. Come on. I kind of like that thug mentality anyway, you know. So, um, he was in there for I would say like 6 months. He was in there for a while. He skipped a few seasons. And when he came out, he was so white. Like he was light skinned, but when he came out, child, he was ooh. He didn't look the same. He looked like real, real pale, pale. And when he came out of jail, he was so mean. He just assumed that I was out here slutting it up and stuff like that. And he was just so mean towards me, you know? And at this time, I've been having so many niggas getting at me. You know what I mean? Like, girl. I mean, I miss him, but at the same time, things have changed. 6 months, girl. Mm. So I was kicking with him or whatever, and he was just like very insecure at this point, and he gave me a cell phone, and what else happened? I asked him what was going on. He don't talk. He's not going to talk about that. But I knew he did illegal shit. At this point, I knew he did illegal stuff. And I always told him whatever it is, I just don't ever want to be with him while he does it. I don't want to be caught up in that. But I did receive all the gifts. I love the benefits, but I didn't want to get caught up. And I think things have changed when he went out of jail. He was meaner and I was meaner too. Um, I looked down on him. I know that's wild, right? I looked down on him when he came out of jail. Like I looked down on him. I was saying shit like I said some horrible stuff. Like I have a whole future ahead of me. Like I was looking at him like he was a felon, like he was a low life. He didn't like that shit. He got way more aggressive to me. It got real more toxic. I started to have a nasty, slick ass mouth. So, a lot of things transpired that shouldn't have. Another boiling point in that relationship was he had to do some errands for some people. Like, I don't know. Like he had a couple of things. He sold, what he was selling, the gas. He was selling that gas. And he also go to stores and he do some swiping shit. So he go to the store, this high-end store, he always going to these high-end stores, Saks Fifth Avenue, you know, all the high-end shit. So we in there and I'm like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And he's like, nah, we're not on that time. I'm working. I'm like, I don't care you working. Girl, I've gotten out of hand. Do you understand? I have gained like this arrogance about myself at this time where I'm feeling my motherfucking self. I'm like, nigga, you can give me this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm all loud and ignorant and shit, like a ghetto ass bitch, right? And he like, you need to chill, chill. I'm working. I can't get it for you right now. And I'm like, nah, I want this. Why can't you get it? All you got to do, you don't do shit. No way. You ain't doing the shit. It's not coming out your motherfucking pocket. Nigga, why can't you just do the shit? I want this and I want that and I want you to get it to me. So, girl, he ignored me. Why the fuck did he ignore me? Okay. He ignored me and he was trying to run something because he had work to do. And I don't know if it went through. It went through or something. Something was alerted. So he was like, let's go. Right. And I was just taking my time. I was walking all slow. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I was saying shit like, nigga, if you get caught up, I ain't going to jail. They can't do shit to me because I ain't do shit. I don't live this fucking life. I'm going to college and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I was talking like he was not in my future. And when we got in our car, girl, ooh, he yanked my ass up. He was like, this is my motherfucking life on the line. Motherfucker, you playing with me now. You playing with me. What the fuck is wrong with you and all this shit? I'm like, get your fucking hands off me, nigga. You know? Girl, it was so fucking ghetto toxic, okay? Honey, I was feeling my shit. I knew I was pretty as fuck. I knew, motherfucker, I had niggas and bitches willing to do anything for me, okay? At this point, okay, shit. It was this dude that I met, and I know I ain't gonna say too much behind me. Huh. Mm. He was more of a street nigga than he was. But anyway, GGMS, wow, we got you some act right. The whole chat is ghetto. I think we all ghetto. You did not know exactly. Press that line. Them them take backs real. What made you change and not to be ignorant? I got you, girl. Uh so you was with Ray Ray. I don't know who I was with no Ray Ray. But no, when we got back to his place, he was so upset. And looking back, I was wrong. I take full accountability. I should have not did what I did. I really could have cost that man his life. I could have got him back in a system, and he would have had to stay in prison for a long, long time because I was moving slow and I did it on purpose because he didn't get me what I wanted him to get me at that moment. And I didn't realize the danger I put myself in and I put him in, just because I was just being very spoiled. I was being entitled. I was being a brat. And I was so far from that innocent person that he met. I was different, you know? So we got to his house and he's cussing me out or whatever. He smacked the shit out of me. He drags me in his bed. He gets on top of me. He choking me and shit. And I pushed him off and I run out like I'm running, you know. I run out and I'm like, I don't gotta take this shit. Fuck you. Fuck all this shit. So it's so dramatic. I leave. And I wait like 5 minutes and then I come back and then he opened the door. He like, I miss you. And I say, I miss you too. We start hugging and shit. And he say, I'm sorry and all that. And he say he gonna buy me something from Tiffany. He gonna give me some jewelry and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I love this shit because I love that shit. Then I went back to school, like showing off my jewelry, whatever. Like, yeah, girl. They thinking my parents bought it for me. Okay, I had to hide my shit from my parents. I'm telling my parents that somebody from school got it for me. Then my parents put me on punishment because they say, we don't borrow. We are family. We don't borrow other people's stuff. You know that. You never have to want for nothing. What you doing borrowing somebody jewelry and clothes for? I never bought you those clothes. What is this? What is this shirt? What is this jacket? What is this? What clothes is this? Where are you getting these clothes from? Where are you getting these jewelry from? Where are you getting all this from? That my parents were so like heated when they found all that stuff. I'm like, and I want to be like, can y'all just mind y'all business? You don't know me. You don't know me. Just leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. You don't know me. And then like I'm calling your friend because I lied. I was like, I got it from my friend. I'm calling them right now. What are their numbers? I'm calling them right now. We're gonna have a meeting with their parents. And I called my friend. I'm like, listen, can you lie for me? Like, listen. They're like, what is going on? Just tell my parents that you let me borrow some clothes and some jewelry. Just please, just say all my clothes and jewelry is yours. So fuck, right? I was in a tight. So they did lie to me. But then that backfired because the friend I said that, they was like, so where are you getting this money from? Where are you getting the jewelry from? Like I thought you said that like you got it from your parents. So then that person told another friend, and then it was some lies. Oh, like what am I doing for money? And this and that, and I'm such a snake, and I'm so not a good friend because I'm not honest with my friends, and I'm so secretive, and I'm such a oh god, So I had to worry about all that shit. Okay, it was a lot. It was a lot. So so that's no, don't borrow this shit. I knew you sounded like a man. It's okay, Susie D. Your mama sound like a man too, baby. Okay, parents supposed to be in your business if you're under 18. Yeah, that is true. But shit, at the time, I didn't feel that way. Um, I'm same thing a lot of teen girls went through. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. You make me feel like I'm not alone. Okay. You make me feel like I'm not alone, Cynthia. Thank you. All right. So after that situation went down, my boyfriend, he was like having plans for us. Like he told me what he wanted me to do once I graduated high school or whatever. And I was just like, no, I didn't want to do that. Like at this time, I was with him, but I've kind of like fallen out of love with him. And I wanted to experience something different. I still wanted to leave Detroit. I did not want to be in Detroit. I wanted to live my life in a whole different city and state. And I wanted to live my life without him. And it was like coming on my senior year, and I wanted to go to clubs, but my boyfriend would not allow me to go to clubs. So, like, I start going to clubs anyway, and I start hanging around with friends that he did not want me to hang around with. So I remember one night I would never forget. At this time, he's calling me. I'm dodging his phone calls. And I'm like, yeah, my parents put me on punishment. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. I'm sorry. My parents got me on punishment again. Yeah, I can't talk. Girl, I was lying. Okay. I didn't want to see that nigga no more. Shit. Okay. So anyway, I went out to the club. Bitch, I was at the club like, hey, shit. My home friend had some fake IDs, so we was up in that motherfucker. Like, what? Okay. Yes, honey. I go in my father's house. I have my friend pick me up, and we go over there. We change clothes or whatever. And then I go out to the club like, hey, just all eyes on motherfucking me. When I walk in, like, what? Okay. I'm loving this motherfucking attention. Oh my God, bitch, felt like Beyonce every motherfucking time. Okay, girl, I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how, but when I left out the club. I left out the club and it was this guy. He comes up to me and he was like, "Yeah, somebody want to holler at you back there." So back there was like around the corner, like in an alley. But I'm like, okay, shit. I'm gullible than a motherfucker. I'm like, well, maybe it's that nigga I was locking eyes with early in the club. He ain't get a chance to see me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking with my gullible ass, girl. So, honey, I'm just, walking cool and shit. You know what I mean? Ooh, it was a good night. Girl, I get back there, I turn, and guess who it is? My motherfucking boyfriend. My boyfriend right there. And then it's like 10 other boys that surround me. 10 other men that surround me. And he walks up to me. He's like, I should fuck you up right now, right? He's like, look around you. I'm looking around. And he's like, all I want to fuck you up, right? I'm like, I'm confused. Bitch, I'm confused. I'm confused. What the fuck is going on? He's like, yeah, all I'm want to fuck been wanting to fuck you up. They've been wanting to get at you for some time. And I'm like, I didn't know what to say because with him it's like if I have a smart mouth, he gonna pop me. So I was just like, okay, you know, I didn't know what to say. But he was like, yeah, these are my gay kids, house kids, and they all been wanting to fight me because they felt like I'm using their father, some shit like that. And he was like, I got eyes. He have eyes on me everywhere. And he started naming some people in my high school that he know of that's been looking at me and watching my moves and shit. And I was like, this nigga crazy. I said, this nigga crazy. Oh God. And I was just so thankful that he allowed me to walk away without really doing me in or having those boys fuck me up because they really wanted to fuck me up. And I'm like, what is I was so lost because at the time I didn't know nothing about a house. I didn't know nothing about ballroom. I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't even know that this nigga was in ballroom shit. I thought this was a straight up nigga. Listen, I thought this nigga was a straight nigga. You know what I mean? Not a straight nigga, but like a masculine nigga that's not into no gay shit. I didn't know that he was into some gay shit. What the fuck? See that bullshit? I did not know. Okay, come to find out, he got a whole bunch of goddamn house kids. Okay, shit. Uh uh So in my mind, I was like, I need to get a dangerous nigga now. I'm gonna need a nigga that's gonna check this nigga. So I um I decided to try to distance myself, but I was so thankful he didn't touch me. And I knew I had to play it really cool. I had to spend more time with him, give him more attention a little bit so he won't think that I'm playing him. But he was just talking about us being together after, I finish high school and, I'm going to have all this time and I can actually move away from my parents and stuff. And I did not want to move with him. So, I started going out behind his back and then I met this drug lord. Okay. I met this guy at the club or whatever. Um, And everybody told me, they said, don't don't fuck with him. They said, he's a bad guy, and every person that he likes, he always fuck them up. Like he put people like he will F you up. Like they was telling me, stay away from him, stay away from him. And see, that just turned me on. That just turned me on. Okay. I'm like, I was one of those, he not gonna do it to me. I'm too pretty. He not gonna do it to me. He just not have not met the right one. They don't know how to treat him. I know what I'm doing. I had that mentality. Like he's not gonna do it to me. Like I'm young, I'm fresh. Ain't nobody gonna do that to me. So anyway, I started talking to him, and I believe the second night going out with him, like I saw him fight like 10, like three guys. Like his reputation precedes him. Like he's a very dangerous guy, especially with his hands. And that turned me on. The reason why it turned me on because I'm so used to the world hating me, and I'm so used to the world not liking me. And I saw him as my protection, especially with this guy that I'm in a relationship with. I felt that if I got with him, he's going to protect me against the other one. And I'm jumping from one dangerous situation to a very dangerous situation. Okay? Okay? Girl. But yeah, he was a drug lord. Um mhm. But yeah. That's but we'll talk about him on another time. But I tell you one thing that really got messed up with him. One day, one night, he drugged me out of the after hour, because like the after hours, it's like where they don't card as much. Like I can get into the after hours more than like a regular club, because they don't be so strict with charging. And an after hour back in the day was like at warehouses or whatever. So it's kind of like illegally anyway. So he dragged me out the warehouse one night. Um and he locked me up in his house, in his room, and he went to church that Sunday. I'll never forget that. And it was a horrible night, but still to this day I fear him. I remember one time we been over, and I was at a club, and he was there, and I was just visiting. And then he walks up to me, he whispers in my ear, he's like, "You want me to fuck you up in front of everybody, don't you?" So I left. And that's what it meant. I got with a more dangerous dude, and he's very territorial, and it's like once you're his, he's his. And actually, my first boyfriend and him, they talked. They had a conversation about me. Have both of y'all niggas had a conversation about you? Huh? Have y'all ever had that? Yes. They have. Damn, Caesar J, you know too much. Look, Caesar J, all up in the mix. He said, "Heaven's a power plant." Caesar J, look, I'm from Detroit. Too, you look like someone I knew back then. Oh shit, y'all don't know me. Shit, y'all don't know me. uh-uh. Sounds similar to shit I went through coming to gay age in LA and UCLA. I can sense a psychopath a mile away. OMG, this is exactly how I met you. What you mean, child? Shit. Gigi, did you have boyfriends in prison? No, I've never had a boyfriend that was in prison that I went with him and he's my boyfriend now. No. But I had boyfriends that went to prison. Yeah. I followed you throughout your whole transition. Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate that. Run from the bad boys. Well, yeah, I run from the bad boys now, but coming of age, feeling like nobody wants me, or I was never a fighter. And I feared that, I was not like defending myself. That just wasn't me. And I was just too pretty. So I always wanted a man to protect me. So I was open or had a desire for tough guys that was known to be fighters and tough guys that everybody was afraid of. If you was afraid of that nigga, then I wanted to be the bitch by his side because I know by me being associated with that nigga, you're not gonna try me. But me by myself, anytime I was, and I've been single for, some, but when I be single, bitches want to try me. Bitches want to fight me, jump me. They think I'm trying to steal their man. That's another story. Okay. Okay, okay. But I think what I did not realize, and I didn't have anybody teach me this, is I ran for those men for protection. But what happens when they are the monster and I need protection from them? It's nothing. The last guy, he was going to out me to my family. He was going to show up to my grandma's house to cut up. Like he was like 10 times worse, and he ain't give a fuck. He ain't care. And when my first boyfriend realized I was in business or in situations with the other nigga, he kind of backed off. He was like you just don't know what you get into. So, GG, you and your man, I take your man. Shit, that was my jam. Shit. Uh-huh. All right, you guys. Well, that is my story on my first boyfriend. I love him so much. I appreciate him so much. And no, he does not know I'm transgender. If he does know I'm transgender, I don't know that he knows. But what would his response say? He will probably be freaked out. He probably wouldn't like it. Um, and yeah, that's just what it is. Now, I did hear that the second boyfriend heard tell that I was transitioning, and he said he didn't believe it. And I don't want to see him because it was given like he gonna beat my ass till I turn back into a nigga. That's what it was given. Ain't that harsh? You gonna beat me until I turn back to a nigga? Okay. Ain't that some harsh shit? Press one if that's harsh. Okay. So I don't ever want to see him. Okay. uh-uh. Mm-mm. Gigi, do you fight back? Child, I know I ain't gonna win. Hell no. Shit. And you Detroit bitches better not run. Please, Detroit, keep my business to yourself. Okay. I don't need nobody trying to figure shit out. And that's why I should just listen. I might have to take this video down because I get with that motherfuckers know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to pull it down because I'm not gonna put my life in jeopardy. I'm not gonna put my life in jeopardy. All the muscles and no fights. Yeah. Talk about muscles. Those muscles are just for show. Those muscles came at a later time. And just because somebody has muscles doesn't mean they know how to use them. Shit. All the men that go get the muscles, do you think they ready for a war? Do you think they getting these muscles for a war? Shit. I got the muscles to why did I get the muscles? I got my muscles later on, like right before my transition. I got the muscles. And I was like, I'm gonna try this man shit one more time. And I wanted to hide my femininity and I didn't want people to get unfeminine. So I figured muscles would help it. And muscles make you more desirable. So I wanted to have that experience before I transition. So I gave it another shot, you know? But the muscles don't mean I was strong at all. That's just, child, that ain't shit. I would GG take it down. Yeah, take it down, GG. Don't give these weirdos a chance. Okay. Why would you tell people you was from Detroit? Yeah, stop telling people where you from. You don't have to tell people everything. Gigi. Well, thank y'all. I thank y'all for telling me that. Because people do be trying to piece shit up together. Yeah, more hiding. Pull it ASAP. You may be too late in any case. All right. Your muscles look great. How you look great now. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Any other questions you guys have? I enjoy talking to you guys. All right. And I love you guys. And I will see y'all on another video. Did you guys enjoy me talking or telling a little bit of my business? If you guys enjoy this, press 3. All right. It says, so you ever cam up or do lives? No, Caesar J, I don't anymore because I want to protect my identity. Shit. It's dangerous out here for a trans girl like me. You know it's dangerous. Shit. Uh-uh. You know how many niggas? Oh, girl, I want to say you something so bad, but I don't want y'all to judge me. Shit. Mm-mm. Girl, you want to know something that's going to freak you the fuck out? Do you want to know something that's going to freak you out? Huh? Huh? Press 1 or 2 if you want to hear something that's going to freak you out. When I start running into niggas and finding out their mama is a fan of mine and they mama don't know about them, when they girlfriend is a party crasher and she don't know about him, okay. Nigga, hold the fuck up. Okay, okay, listen. It's starting to be a safety concern. It's starting to be a safety fucking concern. I can't be fucking my party crashers sons and shit. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Okay. And we ain't even gonna get onto other YouTubers, okay? Other YouTubers. So I don't think it's really wise for me to be out here in these streets on these social medias with all my face out here pasted and shit. Mm-mm. Not the mammy, a messy treat. Not the mama, a messy treat. Uh-huh. All right, y'all. Well, I love you guys. And please protect me. Shit. And I will see you guys sooner than later. Yeah. Cynthia, I don't want them to run over to Tasha K. Okay. I can see them now running to Tasha K. Let me tell y'all about this bitch. All right. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. Love you guys. DJ, where you at? And let's not talk about the celebrities, but that's another story. Go ahead.